In this video, we'll go through exam questions that cover the criteria, find the mean and range of a set of quantities. You can locate the questions on the mathsmath.com website under Level 1. The questions come from different exam boards. We'll start with the non-calculated questions and then we'll move to the calculated questions. Here is the first one. Jack is keeping a record of the number of steps he takes each day. Work out the range of the number of steps. So the range is the difference between the highest and the lowest values. So we'll identify the highest value. We've got Monday 8,565 steps, Tuesday 14,707 steps, Wednesday 15,323 steps, Thursday 9,788 steps, and Friday 12,482 steps. So focusing on the thousands, we've got 8,000 here, 14,000, 15,000, 9,000, 12,000. The highest is 15, so 15,323 steps is the highest number here. The lowest will be 8,565. So taking away the lowest from the highest, we're taking away 5 from the 3, which means we've got to borrow 1 from the 2. So this becomes 13. 13, take away 5, gives us 8. Now we're taking away 6 from the 1, which also means we've got to borrow 1 from the 3. So 3 becomes 2, and this becomes 11. 11, take away 6, gives us 5. Now we're taking away 5 from the 2, which means we've got to borrow 1 here. So 12, take away 5 gives us 7. Again, we borrow, so we get 14 now, take away 8, which is 6. So 6,758 is the range. If you want to check whether you've done this correctly, you can add this number and this one, and it should total this. Show a check of your answer. So we'll do 6,758, add 8,565, 8 and 5 is 13, so 3 down, 1 carried over, 5 and 6 is 11, and the 1 makes 12, so 2 down, 1 carried over, 7 and 5 is 12, and the 1 makes 13, so 3 down, 1 carried over, 6 and 8 is 14, and the 1 makes 15. Let's check. That is 15,323. Zane needs to travel from Sheffield to London on Saturday. The table shows the cost of the different types of transport. Calculate the range of these costs. Again, we're working out the range, which means identifying the highest and the lowest and taking away the lowest from the highest. So, train first class, £47.25, train standard class, £34, bus, £6.30, car, £26.52. Which of these is the highest? That's this one, £47.25, and the lowest is £6.30. So 5 take away 0 gives us 5. 2 take away 3 means we've got to borrow 1 from the 7. So 12 now, take away 3 gives us 9. 6 take away 6 is 0. 4 take away nothing gives us 4. So £40.95 is the range. To double check that you've done this correctly, you can do £40.95, add, so that's the reverse,
£6.30. 5 and 0 is 5. 9 and 3 is 12. 1 and 6 is 7. 4 and 0 is 4. So that proves that we've done this correctly. Here are four numbers: 29.4, 50.8, 24.7, 19.9. Work out the mean of these numbers. So the mean is the average, so roughly in the middle. Therefore, we add all the numbers that we have and divide by how many there are. So we've got four numbers. I could add all four of them in one go, or I could break this down into 2 and 2. So I can add first 29.4 and 50.8, and then 24.7 and 19.9. So 4 and 8 is 12, 2 down, 1 carried over. 9 and 1 is 10, so 0 down, 1 carried over. 2 and 5 is 7, and the 1 is 8. So the first two numbers add up to 80.2. The other two, 7 and 9, makes 16, so 6 down, 1 carried over. 9 and 1 is 10, and the 4 is 14, so 4 down, 1 carried over. 2 and 1 is 3, and the 1 is 4, so 44.6. Now we add 80.2 and 44.6. 2 and 6 is 8, 0 and 4 is 4, 8 and 4 is 12. So 124.8 is the total for the four numbers. Now we'll divide that by 4 because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. 124.8 divided by 4. How many 4s fit into 12? That's exactly 3. How many 4s into 4? That's exactly 1. We transfer the decimal point over. How many 4s into 8? That's exactly 2. So 31.2 is the mean. If you want to double check that, so looking at these values, the highest is 50.8, the lowest is 19.9, so roughly 50 and 20, and this is about 30, so well 31.2, so somewhere in the middle, not exactly in the middle, but somewhere in the middle. And that's how the mean is, or can be. What is the range of these numbers? So range now, identify the highest number out of 155, 125, 145, 95, 150, 155, 125, 99, 100, 178, 95, 180. So 180 is the highest, and 95 is the lowest. So we'll do 180 take away 95. 0 take away 5 means we've got to borrow 1 from the 8. So this becomes 10. Take away 5 gives us 5. So now 7 take away 9, which means we've got to borrow 1 from the 1. So now 17 take away 9 gives us 8. So 85 is the range, and you can double check that by doing 85 at 95, which should give you 180. What is the range of these weights? So 40 kilograms, 65 kilograms, 27 kilograms, 84 kilograms, and 34 kilograms. What's the highest? That is 84, and the lowest is 27. So we need to take away 7 from the 4, which means we've got to borrow 1 from the 8. So this becomes 14. 14 take away 7 gives us 7. 7 take away 2 gives us 5. So the range is 57 kilograms. A shop owner sells a new board game on a website. He wants to give an average, mean, customer rating for his website. He asks customers to give a star rating for the board game. What rating will he use for the website? So we're working out the mean of these numbers. So we're going to add them all together and divide by how many there are. So we could add the whole numbers together first. So we've got 3 and 3, which is 6, and 5 is 11, and 4, that is 15. Then we have 4.5 and 4.5, that gives us 9. Then we have 3.5 and 0.5, which gives us 4. So 5 and 4 is 9, and the 9 gives us 18. So 8 down, 1 carried over, 1 and 1 is 2. So that is 28 in total. And we're going to divide this by 8, because there are 8 numbers. So 28 divided by 8. So how many 8s fit into 28? That is 3, because 3 lots of 8 give us 24. So we have 4 remaining. Now we've run out of digits here. So what we're going to do is put a decimal point here and in the answer as well. And after that point, we can add zeros. So how many 8s into 40? That's exactly 5, because 5 times 8 gives us 40. So 3.5 is the mean for these numbers. Billy and Diana enter a race. Diana wins the race and Billy comes last. Diana completes the race in 46 seconds. Billy takes 2 minutes and 35 seconds. What is the range of the time? Show you working out and write the answer in the box below. So to work out the range, we'll take away the lowest number from the highest. We could convert these into seconds. So we've got Diana's time in seconds, but Billy's time is in minutes and seconds. So we can convert that into seconds. Or we could leave it as it is. So we'll do 2 minutes and 35 seconds, take away 46 seconds. So we're going to take away 46 from the 35, which means we've got to borrow. So I'm going to borrow 1 minute here. And don't forget that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. So we add in 60 to 35. So that is 95. So this has now become 95. So we'll start with 5 take away 6, which means we need to borrow 1 from the 9. So 15 take away 6 gives us 9. 8 take away 4 gives us 4. And 1 take away 0 gives us 1. So 1 minute 49 seconds is the range. Here are 5 numbers. Work out the range. So we have numbers 4, 5, 9, 16 and 16. To work out the range, we'll take away the smallest from the highest. So highest is 16, lowest is 4. 16 take away 4 gives us 12. Work out the range of these numbers again. 2, 4, 4, 5, 6, 9. The highest is 9, the lowest is 2, so 9 take away 2 gives us 7. We now move into the calculator questions. Ben records the time it took each person to complete a different event. He is completing a table with information. Complete the table. So we've got time in minutes, so mean is 39, range is 26, longest time 53, shortest time is unknown, so we need to work it out. To fill the gap, we need to look at how we can use the other information that's given to us. So we've got the mean, but you know that the mean is worked out by adding all the numbers and dividing by how many there are, and we haven't got any of those figures. We just know the mean. We have the range, which we know is taking away the smallest from the highest value, or the shortest time from the longest time in this case. So that can help us because we know the longest time. So longest time 53, take away the shortest time, which we don't know, should give us 26, the range. So practically this number and the missing one, when added together, give us 53. So what we can do is 53 take away 26 to give us what the missing number is. That gives us 27, and we can double check by doing 27 add 26, which is 53. Let's double check. The range is taking away the shortest time from the longest time. So 53 take away the 27 gives us 26, which is the range. The table shows the price of a cup of tea in 5 different cafes. Calculate the mean price of a cup of tea. So mean is adding the numbers together and dividing by how many there are. So £1.80, £1.59, £1.65, £1.45 and £1.70. We're going to add together. Gives us £8.19, which we're going to divide by 5 because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cafes. And that is 1.638. Now, we're talking about money here, so we're going to round this to 2 decimal places. So this will be the cutoff point. Looking at the digit on the right, that's above 5, so that means we're going to make the 3 4, keeping the digits in front the same. So £1.64. Sarah has a snack at work each day. She has this information about the snacks she had last week. Sarah thinks the mean number of calories in the snacks is more than 200. Is she correct? Show why you think this. So we're working out the mean of the number of calories. So we're going to add 105, 260, 49, 257, 234. Which is 905. So 905 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is 181. So is this more than 200? No, it's not. So is she correct? We're going to say no. Scott is a journalist. He's writing an article about fish and chip shops in his town. The table shows the prices of a standard portion of fish and chips in 5 local shops. Scott thinks the mean price of a standard portion of fish and chips in these 5 shops is £6.85. Is Scott correct? Show why you think this. So it's the mean price that we're working out. So we'll do £7.60, add £6.25, £5.85, £6.65 and £8. So adding all of these together, gives us £34.35. Which we're going to divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is £6.87. So comparing that to £6.85, this is higher. 2 pence higher, but it is still higher. So we're going to say no. Use estimation to show a check of your answer. So £7.60, we can round that to £8. £6.25, we can round that to 6. £5.85, we can round that to 6. £6.65, we can round that to 7. And £8 doesn't really need any rounding. It's already rounded in a way. So 8 plus 6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 gives us 35. So 35 divided by 5 gives us 7, which is close to £6.87. Well, I'll just do the last bit in here. Here are our 5 numbers. Calculate the range of these numbers. So we've got 10,754, 9,241, 4,249, 7,012, 13,958. It helps if we put a comma in here. So as the thousands have a greater value, we can focus on those. So we've got 10,000, 9,000, 4,000, 7,000, 13,000. 13,958 is the highest number, and we're going to take away the lowest, which is 4,249. And that is 9,709. Use estimation to show a check of your answer. So 13,958, we can round that to 14,000. 4,249, we can round that to 4,000. So 14,000 take away 4,000 gives us 10,000, which is quite close to 9,709. John looks at the bills from all the customers. The range of amounts spent is £22.46. The largest bill was £24.56. What was the smallest bill? So we know the largest bill is £24.56. Take away the smallest bill should give us the range, which is £22.46. So what's that missing number? We can work it out by doing £24.56. Take away £22.46. Which is £2.10. Hameen looks at the times on the leaderboard for that day. The times are in seconds. Calculate the mean time. So to work out the mean, we'll add all of the numbers and divide by how many there are. So we have 26.52 plus 27.5 plus 28.9 plus 29.82 plus 30.18 plus 31.2 plus 31.4. So that is 205.52. Which we're going to divide by the 7, because there are 7 numbers there. And that gives us 29.36. seconds. Sadie wants to keep hens in her garden. She finds information about some different types of hens. Calculate the range in the numbers of eggs per year. So we're working out the range. The highest number out of 280, 260, 270, 120 and 250 is 280. And the lowest is 120. So 280 take away 120 gives us 160. Sadie buys 10 hens. She reads that if the mean number of eggs per hen per year is 250 or more, then the hens are happy and healthy. Sadie records how many eggs per 10 hens lay in the first 6 weeks. The table shows her results. Using these figures, Sadie thinks that her hens are happy and healthy. Is Sadie correct? Show how you decide. Okay, so we've got the information for all of her hens, so that is 10 hens altogether. We have the number of eggs that they have laid for the first 6 weeks, so if we work out the mean for these, then we'll know on average how many eggs the 10 hens lay per week. Then we can scale it to make it per year and divide it by 10, because this is for 10 hens, and what we have here is per hen. So I'm going to start by adding 46, 48, 55, 43, 52 and 53 together. So that is 297, which I'm going to divide by 6. That gives us 49.5. So I'm going to multiply this by 52 to get it per year. So 49.5 times 52. Which is 2,574 eggs on average per year for the 10 hens. We need to compare it to this, which is per hen. So I'm going to divide this by 10. And that is 257.4, which is higher than 250. And we're going to say that she's correct. A community group raises money to help people who sleep rough. Volunteers pack shopping bags at the local supermarket and ask shoppers for donations. The table shows the number of volunteers who packed bags on 32 Saturdays in 1 year. Use the data to complete this frequency table. So, number of volunteers, 0, we've got 1, frequency of 1. Number of volunteers, 1, that's the frequency of 4. And number of volunteers is 2, so we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of volunteers 3, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of volunteers 4, get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's double check for 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, and 6, there is just 1. We've crossed out everything. So do these add up to 32? So 1 plus 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 1 gives us 32. Over these days, the volunteers collected £6,224. What was the mean amount of money collected each Saturday? So the total amount collected was £6,224. We're going to divide by the number of Saturdays, which is 32. So divided by 32. gives us £194 and 50 pence. The amount of money collected each Saturday had a range of £53. The most money collected in a day was £220. What was the least amount of money collected in a day? So the highest amount, £220, take away the lowest amount, which we don't know, gives us the range, which is 53. So we'll do 220, take away 53, should give us the lowest amount, which is 167. The table shows the amount of money in each of the charity boxes when the cafe manager counts all the donations. The table is incomplete. The range of the amounts is £3.59. The total is £35.36. The Save the Waiter charity box has the most money in it. Open Line charity box has the least. Complete the table by filling in the values for Open Line and the Abbey Trust. So we know that this charity has the highest amount, and we know that this one has the lowest amount. We know the range is £3.59. So the difference between this and this is £3.59. So if I do £10.50, take away £3.59, should give me the value for Open Line. So I'll do it here. We also know that the total is £35.36. So if we add these three and take away that total from £35.36, should give us the value for the Abbey Trust. The table shows a 7-day forecast. Calculate the mean temperature. So we'll add different temperatures from Monday to Sunday. So 15, add 17, add 17, add 16, add 16, add 22, add 23, this is 126, so 126 divided by 7, because we've got 7 days, so that is 18 degrees Celsius. Some scientists think that climate change might increase the number of earthquakes. Amina finds this information about the magnitude of some earthquakes. Calculate the range of the magnitudes. So we're looking for the highest magnitude, which is 9.1, and the lowest is 7.8. So 9.1 take away 7.8. Gives us 1.3. A doctor's receptionist wants to display a notice to show patients how long, on average, they will wait to see a doctor. The receptionist recorded how long past their appointment time a patient at the survey waited to see their doctor yesterday morning. Complete the notice. Show all your work in. So it's on average. So we're going to use the mean to work this out. So we're going to add the numbers together. So we're doing 4, add 8, add 6, add 4, add 5, add 3, add 10, add 7, add 5, add 9, add 7, add 4, which is 72. And we're going to divide by 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 12. That gives us 6, so 6 minutes. You should expect to wait 6 minutes to see a doctor today. Explain why using the waiting times for yesterday morning might not give a suitable waiting time to put on the notice. Could be that morning times are more popular for appointments, so there is a lot of demand for those, and it also depends on doctor availability as well. So yesterday perhaps more doctors were available, but they're probably not today, or vice versa. So you really need to look at the average over time rather than just a one-off day. What is the mean of these numbers? So 15, add 24, add 16, add 18, add 21, divided by 5, which is 18.8. A sea diver makes 7 different dives. He measures how deep he dives. This table shows his results. What was the variation in depth for the 7 dives? Variation is another word for range. So how much do the depths vary? So finding the highest and the lowest values, treat them as if they had no minus sign in front. So we've got negative 32 meters and negative 7 meters. So if I do 32, take away 7, gives me 25. So variation is 25 meters. You don't need the negative sign in front, because the question is asking how much do they vary. So negative 7 to negative 32, you try and imagine that, so there is 0, so negative 7 over here, going to negative 32, for example, here. So how much do they vary is the question. and that is 25 meters. A football manager needs to pick his team for the next match. He gets some information on players in the team from previous matches. He needs to choose between two players based on their work rate. He measures their work rate using average and variation of the distance they covered. So we're looking at mean and range. Which player should the manager choose? Make 2 comments with reference to average distance and variation in these distances. So we've got player A. Let's work out the mean for player A. So 7.2, add 6.8, add 7.6, add 8.7, add 7.4, add 6.8, add 8.0, gives us 52.5, which we're going to divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That gives us 7.5. Mean for player 1. And the range for this player we can work out by doing 8.7 take away 6.8. Which is 1.9. Now for player B, working out the mean, so 7.9, add 7.3, add 5.8, add 7.6, add 6.9, gives us 35.5. Which we're going to divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 7.1. The range, so the highest value is 7.9 and the lowest is 5.8. Which gives us 2.1. So looking at player A, they have a higher mean and a lower range than player B, which means they're doing better on average and they are more consistent, because range means variation, so there is less variation. So we're going to pick player A, comment about average. We're going to say player A has done better on average. Comment about variation, we're going to say player A is more consistent. This is generally a skill that you develop at level 2 in terms of making comments about averages. These are the temperatures for the last 7 days at your holiday hotel. Calculate the mean maximum temperature for the last 7 days. So we're going to add 25 and 28 and 26 and 29, 32, 35, 31, which is 206, divided by 7 gives us 29.4. You are moving some swords into a new display. Below are the weights of the swords in kilograms. What is the mean and the range of the weights of the swords? Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. So we'll first work out the mean. 1.3 at 2.1 at 1.7 at 2.4 at 0.9 at 1.3 at 1.5 at 1.9 at 1.1 at 1.3 at 2.1 at 2.2 gives us 19.8 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3, which is 12. That is 1.65 kilograms. And the range, what is the highest value here? That is 2.4, and the lowest is 0.9. Is 1.5 kilograms. A stall has a prize for the person who can correctly guess the weight of a pig to the nearest kilogram. These are the names of the people with their guesses in kilograms. The correct weight of the pig is 20 kilograms more than the mean of all the guesses. Who won the prize? Show your working out and write the answer in the box below. Okay, let's work out the mean first, and then we can add 20 to that. So 208 add 618 add 309 add 863 add 267 add 653 add 455 add 329 add 487 add 732 add 375 add 428 add 165 add 296 add 340. So that is 6,525 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1, 2, 3, which is 15. So that is 435, the mean. So 20 kilograms more than that, 435. Add 20 gives us 455 kilograms. So who said that? 455. That's Simon. Calculate the mean of this set of data. So 14.5 add 18 add 22.5 add 20 add 13.8 add 8.7 gives us 97.5 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is 16.25. show how you could check your answer to question A using a reverse calculation. So I can go backwards, 16.25 times now 6, which is 97.5. So that shows we've done the calculation correctly. Davinda wants to know what her best-selling item of jewellery is and which jewellery item sold the most consistently over the 6-month period from July to December. She has this information. So we have jewellery item, mean of items sold per month, range of items sold per month. The table below shows the sales of bracelets over the 6-month period. Which is the best-selling jewellery item over the 6-month period? Show your calculations and the workings out here. So we'll need to fill the gap here for bracelets using the table that we've got here. So then we can compare. So to work out the mean, 23, add 22, add 38, add 28, add 44, add 97 gives us 252 divided by 6 now. There are 6 months, which is 42. So we can put the mean here for bracelets. The range, so we've got the highest value in December, which is 97, and the lowest value in August, which is 22. So 97 take away 22 gives us 75. Now we're able to compare the different jewellery items. So the highest mean is for the necklaces, and the lowest range is for rings. So rings are the most consistent in terms of sales, but on average necklaces sell more. So we're going to say necklaces. Which jewellery item sold the most consistently over the 6-month period? Show your calculations and the workings out here. So that would link to the range. So we identified this earlier. Rings sold most consistently. We've done the working out here for this part as well. Joe and Steve are planning a holiday to Spain during October. Joe and Steve look at information about 2 towns they might go to. The tables show the number of hours of sunlight in October for 5 years. Joe says, we want to go to the town with the higher average number of hours of sunlight. Use the information in the tables to give one reason why they might choose town A. Let's work out the mean number of hours of sunlight for town A. So we'll do 199 add 219 add 198 add 195 add 214, so that is 1025 divided by 5, which is 205. For B, 197, add 207, add 204, add 196, add 203, gives us 1007, divided by 5, gives us 201.4. So tan A has a higher average number of hours of sunlight, and that would be the reason. So we can say tan A has a higher mean of hours of sunlight, or higher average. Here are 7 numbers. Work out the mean. So 4, add 12, add 10, add 13, add 4, add 6, add 14, gives us 63, divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, gives us 9. The Climbing Centre organises the competition for climbers. Each climber has 6 attempts at climbing a 15-metre wall. To qualify for the final, a climber must have a mean time of less than 8 seconds. Here are Oliver's times in seconds for his 6 attempts. Does Oliver qualify for the final? You must show your working. So we'll work out the mean by adding 9.22 plus 8.58 plus 7.79 plus 7.23 plus 8.66 plus 8.14 gives us 49.62. So 49.62 divided by 6 gives us 8.27. So this is more than 8 seconds. So we're going to say that he does not qualify. Here are 5 numbers. Work out the range. So we have 37, 58, 19, 12, 58. 58 is the highest and the lowest is 12. So to work out the range, we'll do 58, take away 12, which is 46. Spencer makes phone calls for work. He has a target that on average his calls should last less than 5 minutes. Here are the times that his calls lasted 1 day. Did Spencer hit his target that day? You must show your working. Let's work out the mean. So 7, add 3, add 2, add 11, add 7, add 5, add 7, add 6, add 1, add 9, add 5, add 6, gives us 69 in total. and we can divide this by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2, that is 12. Gives us 5.75, which is greater than 5 minutes, so not less. So did Spencer hit the target? I'm going to say no. And that's the end of the questions.